never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
It's Wednesday night, and we all know what that means. But first, you're going down. Here's Connor Hayes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Dynamite live reaction, AEW Dynamite 200 actually. For this special occasion, we have an interview coming up just a few minutes, not in a few minutes, probably just a few seconds. We're having the first ever African American Intercontinental Champion and the former Intercontinental Champion, first ever African American Intercontinental Champion Ahmed Johnson on here in just a few minutes. If you guys have any questions you guys like to ask him, feel free to drop them in the comments. We'll show them throughout the broadcast.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of the new intro? All our shows are now having new intros. It was time to upgrade everything, I feel like.
I like it. I think it's dope.
It's new, brand new.
Yeah.
How'd you guys like the introduction, though? I mean, I know we're not on Dynamite yet, but how'd you guys like the "you're going down" and all?
Well done, Chris. Well done.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy the new intro. It's very quick. It's not as long as the old one. You get straight to the show. You know, you don't take too long with it. So, and I enjoy the music to it and everything. So, everything's starting to come on the up and up with the graphics and the intro. It's looking good.
Yeah, but since we started, everything's especially with the graphics, everything's pretty much advanced. And in the song, we don't go for the fakeness. I like that.
Right.
Speaking of the song, though, it sounds. Is it copyright free?
Yeah.
Just want to be sure.
It's by Effects. They have a lot of good songs.
Whose choice was it to pick that song? Do we know? Like whose decision was? Was that yours, Connor, or someone else's in the group?
Oh, that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Effects. I've always wanted to use one of their songs, but just haven't found the right one. But that felt really good.
I don't think I've ever heard that song before, so.
Me either. And it does have exploited language in there.
Yeah,
we're adults.
Yeah.
Well, not the F-bomb. Like Steve Austin would say, if you put S in front of the hitman.
I don't want to check them out. They're linking in the description for their song. Every episode, their stuff will be in the description, so I don't get copyrighted. So.
Right.
Yeah, the YouTube algorithm will get you for that, I guess.
Talking Elite and AZ, you guys seen AZ Canners, but Talking Elite will also have a new intro, totally different from one that we just seen. So, Dustin Richard, been there.
I think he means copyright strike on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that myself. So,
a few other questions I'm going to save for when he comes on. I'll see. P-Dog, thanks for watching. I'm here already to have a seat. Glad you all joined us for this interview.
Very excited. Is my childhood right now is the 90s. So, and Ahmed Johnson was part of that childhood of mine. So,
same here.
If this does bleed into if this does go into Dynamite, it will. But yeah, we should be.
Yeah. Well, and all I got to say is, before he comes on, and I mean, he does not like Vince McMahon.
We'll get to that.
But I'm not.
I got you, Chris. Don't worry. I got you.
Well, I'm not saying anything to him and all that about that. I can say some stuff about what's been going on before he, let's just say, released.
Everyone just now tuning in. I know we just had a few viewers come in. Ahmed Johnson will be on here in just a few seconds, probably. He said he was running a little. He said he was running a little late, but he'll be on here in just a few minutes. So, if anyone just not tuning in, hang tight. We'll be on here. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and leave some comments, questions for him that will pop up on the screen.
Well,
Until
I
then,
know I got my question ready.
faces.
I already got my question ready for him.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do.
Yeah, we're at 3.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's 2 Mr. Jacobs.
Something's wrong with Connor needs to change his avatar though on the circle.
What's wrong
That's
with
what I'm
that?
saying. Yeah.
Well, yours is okay. We just can't have double.
He can change it anytime he wants.
If I knew how to do it, I'd make mine the same way. We'd have 3 Mr. Jacobs.
Well,
Doesn't
I
sound
don't
bad
have
to me.
avatar, not yet. I'll show you. See?
I don't even know if you could. Yeah, I don't even know how to get.
Well, we all know at first Mr. Jacobs had the South Park version of himself.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
I still got that around.
That was sorry for the Ahmed Johnson video chat. Me said he was coming on, so we are legit people. This isn't
We are legit.
This isn't a fake Ahmed Johnson coming on here and parody or whatever impersonator. So he'll be on in just a minute. But if this is going to Dynamite, we'll still be doing Dynamite after this, as we do all our interviews. So if it goes into Dynamite, it just does. So, by the way, this is the Dynamite 200. What is some of you guys in the comments and us some of your favorite moments from Dynamite throughout the history of Dynamite?
Let's not also forget this is I don't know what episode are we on. I don't know when we first started, when Dynamite first started, when we started. I know we started in 2021, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
But we don't know which episode of Dynamite when we first started this podcast.
For me, my favorite but there's a few of them. There's no way I can pick just one specific moment. But one of my favorites is Sting, Darby, and CM Punk's entrance at Holiday Bash.
Yeah.
2021, that was really cool.
The Brothers in Paint, that was pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. That's probably one of the best entrances in AEW.
I'm like you, Connor. I can't pick just one, but if I could, I mean, I did enjoy the ladder match with Cody and Sammy. That was one of my favorite ladder matches. So
that was probably the best ladder match in AEW history.
Yeah.
Well, so far.
Well, I gotta go with that one too.
There's a couple of ladder moments I can say that I enjoyed in AEW. So
I know Sammy's had a lot of them.
Yeah, Sammy and Darby, both of them, man. They've had some pretty cool ladder moments.
the Lucha Brothers as well.
Yeah, the one with the Young Bucks.
One of my Dynamite favorite moments is the Blood and Guts match. Even though the first one was during the pandemic and the other two were in live people. The last Blood and Guts was pretty good though.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Plus, I enjoy dressing up like I'm going to war.
Yep, Dustin is the part of AZ Canada. So is Justin. We'll be showing. Pop these back up. Mike Moore, thanks for watching.
Hey, Mike.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty big moment with Luchasaurus, and here we go.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, here we go. Thanks for joining us. I mean, it means a lot that you're on here. I know a lot of the other guys. You're their childhood, so thanks for coming on.
No problem, baby. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're coming in good.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll go first. Then Chris, and then Adam, and then Jacobs. I'm going to go basic. Well, first, ladies and gentlemen, Ahmed Johnson, former Intercontinental Champion, wrestled for WWE, WCW, and NWA a little bit. So my first question is, how did you get into wrestling? I know you grew up in Pearl, Mississippi, but so how did you get into wrestling?
Well, I used to watch Mid South Wrestling when they're down here with his name. You got it at Mid South Wrestling. It was long ago, young before you got way before your times. But I got in there, man. Ivan Pusky opened up a school here in Houston. I don't know if you remember Ivan Pusky of Polish Hammer, where he opened up
Yeah.
a school here in Houston. And then me, Stevie Ray, and Booker T decided to go to that school. So we went to that school and he trained us all.
That's awesome.
I go.
Yeah, we're going me, Chris, and Adam.
Mr. Ahmed Johnson. I never knew this day would come. My name is Chris Downs. I'm a fan of yours and all that. We're
Thank you,
both from
brother.
Mississippi. Well, technically, you're from Houston, Texas, right now. But my question is, well, technically, I got a lot, but I'll start off with the. Well, I remember watching Monday Night Raw back in 1997. You were with the Nation, and DOA came in. And my question is, and I don't know what was on camera, when was your, I believe your left knee blew out that time, and you had to miss the
Right.
Calgary Stampede. So when did you felt the triggered, well, on your left knee when it tore off?
Well, basically, when I came in the ring and DOA, one of them ran up to me and kind of bumped me a little bit on my knee. And that's when it kind of went out of socket.
Oh,
That's brutal.
So it went out of socket though when you were battling with one of the members of the DOA.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Mr. Johnson, honor to meet you. Like
You too,
Connor
brother.
said at the beginning of the show, you were my childhood, man.
Thank you, man.
Yours and Ron Simmons' feud in the 90s with Nation Domination was one of my favorite stories.
Thank you, brother.
One of my favorite matches of all time is the street fight that you and LOD had with the Nation at WrestleMania 13 in Chicago. Oh yeah, absolutely. What's the preparation going into that match? Because it was one of my favorite matches. What was your guys' all preparation for that match?
You know, for me, brother, you know how wide I am in the ring and how crazy I can be in the ring. I didn't need no getting up. All they had to do was say we had a match. They got me going. But Animal Hawk had been in some street fight before, so they knew what was coming up.
Love it. Yeah, I love it.
all right. I want to do a little word association here. I'm gonna spit out a couple of names, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind. And by the way, honored to have you here. And basically, you're pretty much my childhood as well, and it's pretty exciting to have you here. You're probably one of the biggest guests we've had on the show, and
Thank you.
we appreciate you being here.
No problem.
But yes, thank you. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say some names, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind. All right, Owen Hart.
Who?
Owen Hart.
Great friend, great guy.
All right, Ron Simmons.
Had good matches, nothing to brag about.
All right, Dustin Rhodes. Go Dust.
A funny guy.
Stevie Ray.
Just my partner, man. Back in the day, we've been together for a while, man. Back in the days.
All right, D'Lo Brown.
Spam.
Yokozuna.
Heaviest. I don't know what.
Suge Knight.
Oh, want to be pimp, dog. He wasn't tough. He said he was. I met with him. He wasn't tough. He said he was.
Jim Cornette.
Oh,
Racist.
Ooh. All right, last one. Vince McMahon.
Um, an advertising genius.
I can, I agree with that one. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to answer that.
You're welcome, brother.
So my next question is about your Intercontinental Championship run. You are the first African American to hold the championship. Uh, this probably rarely happens, but if Vince McMahon came to you and said you're winning the Intercontinental Champion, and you can book all the feuds and you can pick who you want to feud with and how it is, what are some of the wrestlers that you wish you could have wrestled for that belt if you were given the opportunity?
I would have took Vader first, man, because
Vader.
Vader was a heavy hitter, and just like me, I mean, when we had our match, he came to me and he said, "Brother, I'm gonna lay him in there, and I'm gonna lay him in there hard." And I thought he was joking with me. I got in that
Mhm.
ring, I found out he wasn't joking, so I turned it up, and he turned it up.
Word.
All right. Okay. Well, my next question is to you, Mr. Ahmed Johnson. Is well, right now, I'm watching the International Incident, which is probably your first and only, well, main event in the company. How did it feel teaming up with Shawn Michaels and Psycho Sid against, Camp Cornette in a 6-man tag? I know you lost that night, but how did it feel being the main event?
Well, it felt okay. I mean,
It's good.
Shawn Michaels he's gonna do his fancy high flying moves, and that's about it.
It's true.
And you bring me in when you need the power and the
Right.
intensity.
Uh, yeah, no, that was a great match, by the way. Another great classic. I
Thank you.
read into it. You actually went back to school and got your degree in criminology
Yes.
in Houston. Was that something you were always passionate about even before you started wrestling?
Well, I was, but I got a brother who's chief deputy of the police, and I got two sons who are law enforcement. And I don't know if that was my calling or not, but after hearing some of the stories and seeing what they do, I just changed my mind about doing it.
Hmm. That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, I changed my mind about doing it after hearing it. Just from my brother who's assistant chief of police. Hearing it from him and some of the horror stories, I decided it's not for me. I think my temper's a
Yeah.
little too short for that too.
All right, I have a true or false question here. True or false? You once played linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys.
I wouldn't say played, but yeah, I got picked up by the Cowboys
Oh,
at
interesting. How
linebacker.
was that? How was that whole time?
It was cool, man. That was you talking about a smooth operator. That whole locker room worked together, man. It was smooth. Nobody's talking crap behind anybody's back, not like in professional wrestling. You shouldn't have all that
Right.
soap opera stuff going on.
Interesting.
Uh, yeah. So I read that you started a wrestling school. Well, Booker T's reality of wrestling. Are you still a part of that?
No, I never was. I
Oh,
don't know
that's
who put that rumor out. I never was part of his reality wrestling.
Hmm.
that's interesting. That's
We
why
don't
I
see eye
said,
to eye, so it would
like,
have
there's a
never
lot of
worked out.
questions that, like, there's a lot of questions that I had, but I did want to research them and actually ask you. So, uh, everyone watching, don't believe everything you read on the internet. I'll go with another question. So you worked with WWE in the '90s, and then you worked with the WCW in 2000. What is the difference in that time period? Like, what was the main differences from
The
working with
biggest
Vince
difference to
McMahon?
me, the biggest difference to me was in WCW, they didn't complain, if you shot on or touch them with your pinky finger, they're going to go back and tell that you're too rough. And the thing was, when I was in WCW, I was kind of rough because I was out of shape. In WWF, I don't really remember it hurting nobody. It didn't hurt me first.
All right. All right, this is going to be another injury question. In 1996, I was watching the match between you and Shawn Michaels against the Smoky Jones, and at the end of the match, Ron Simmons, or back then Farouk Assad, came in, attacked you, and hurt you in the kidneys. And my question is, was the kidney injury a part of the storyline, or was it, real?
No, it wasn't part of the storyline at all. It was very legit. I hadn't even seen Ron, so I didn't know he was there. Otherwise I would have walked up to him and gave him his praise. But he said on the podcast that he was really jealous of me. And so he came out and kicked my kidney, man. He kicked it for real. He kicked it hard. I paid him back on the street fight with the Road Warriors. I spun him through the table and his rib broke.
Get that receipt.
So a little more reality than that, and people know.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. So we talk about the history and the legacy that you've made, becoming the first African American Intercontinental Champion. I don't know if you continue watch Pro Wrestling Today. Is there any other African American wrestlers out there that you see that you're happy for, you're impressed with, that you could see that are at some level but can achieve world championship level achievements and goals in pro wrestling?
Yeah, I was very happy with Bobby Lashley. I was very impressed and very happy with him. But the only thing about Bobby Lashley is he can change his voice, man. He doesn't sound rough enough. And he kind of talks like this, a little bit. But don't let that fool you, because the boy is bad from what I hear.
Right. All right. Well, can you tell us about your relationship that, if there ever was one, that you had with Vince Russo?
Vince Russo, I didn't get to know him too well, but Vince Russo was the one who brought me in WCW. And Vince Russo, when he was WWF, man, he was always cool, and I thought he wrote some great storylines. So I didn't understand the breakup.
So next question is a lot of this. Lex Luger gets the credit for body slamming Yokozuna a lot. Like, you never hear that you body slammed Yokozuna before him, I believe, and it never gets talked about. Now I got to ask, how heavy was Yokozuna to slam? Because that guy was.
No, when Luger slammed, he was on like 400 something pounds. When I did it, he was in his 600s. So that makes a big difference. And Luger did kind of like it was more like a hip toss to me.
Yeah.
Where mine was more of a slam.
That's interesting, because my uncle went. He's seen Yokozuna, and it was the night you did it, I believe, and he said like the ground shook, like his chair shook when you body slammed him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I would have got to see Yokozuna wrestle.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, my go? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So, who came up with the slogan, of yours? You're going down. Was it your idea or somebody else's?
I did. I was just telling him he's going down, and then the crowd got with it. So I was like, that'd be my new slogan. You're going down.
I wish there would be a good T-shirt one day, but never happened.
Oh yeah, that's what I got to do next. Make a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Be a high seller too. It's a great slogan too. So I'm a big fan of web series on YouTube. One of the series I watch is a series called Mythical Kitchen, but they also have a series on that called Last Meal, and I love to eat. And my question is to you, Mr. Ahmed, what's your favorite meal to eat? Because I'm all for food.
Woo, it's a tight one. My favorite meal, I believe, I would say barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Cause there's some big time barbecuing down here in Texas, brother. They barbecue
No
I,
doubt.
constantly.
you like the dry rub, or you like the wetted rub on the barbecue?
I kind of like the wet rub.
Yeah, I'm the
I kind
same
of like
way.
that.
Yeah, I like the wet rub too. That's how I do my barbecues, wet rub.
Yeah, keep that meat nice and juicy.
Oh,
All off
absolutely.
the
No
bone.
doubt about it.
All right. Well, looking back, your time's going up and down the road. Who would you say is your favorite person to travel with?
My favorite person to travel with, I would say, was Savio and Rakishi.
Oh, nice. Any stories about that? About those two?
Um, there was just this one story. I don't know if I should tell it though. I don't want to get money in trouble. But oh, I'll tell you what the hell with it. I was in my room in Canada, and this beautiful girl came up to me and wanted to meet me, and you know, I invited her to the room, and she said, "Okay, she'll be there." So I get there, and I'm taking a shower and everything, and the girl showed up with Rakishi there. So Rakishi, I don't know what he was thinking that we were going double decker on this or what, but he cut off the lights. Rakishi cut off the lights, and then I look on the floor, and it's like a big ball moving on the floor. Somehow Yokozuna snuck in there in the dark and tried to be sneaky about it. But it's hard to be sneaky when you take up half the room. And so the
How the
girl
hell
just
would he
got
sneak
fed
around?
up. Yeah, the girl got fed up and said she'll see me later.
Hmm.
But they was acting crazy, man.
Wow,
But just
that's a hell of a story.
a picture of Yokozuna crawling on the floor, man,
Hmm.
trying to sneak in.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Thank you
Uh,
for that story.
Yeah, got a few with Owen too, man.
yeah, we
Oh, please tell one.
Oh, well, Owen, when I first got there, I was ablaze on fire. Everybody wanted me. Everybody wanted me to come to their shows and do interviews and this and other. But we was at the already in California at the hotel for WrestleMania, and my phone rings, and it's the Jay Leno office. So they tell me they like me to come in for an interview and all that, and I was like, hey, no problem, that's great. So I go out the next night and buy me a nice suit, man, a nice chain, a nice little hat to go with it. And so I get dressed and I go downstairs because it's almost 9 o'clock, and waiting for the limo to pick me up for the Jay Leno show. Then after about 15 minutes, Owen comes out and like, I mean, where you going? Then Davey Boy comes out right behind me, and I said, I gotta go to Jay Leno's show tonight. I'm doing the Jay Leno, and Owen acts like he gets pissed off. He goes, "Man, how you gonna do Jay Leno? I've been here 14 years, and I haven't did Jay Leno." And I was like, "I don't know, brother."
Mhm.
And then they just kept staying outside with me, which is very unusual. Then 9 o'clock hit, there was no limo.
uh,
And so I look at Dave and Owen, I'm like, man, they're supposed to be at 9 o'clock. And I said that. They both fell on the ground and started laughing their butt off. Come to find out what there was never a Jay Leno show. Owen
uh,
called my room and act like they were from Jay Leno. So I went and brought all the clothes and did all that stuff for nothing.
Wow, he was a master prankster.
So just
Oh
get
my God.
just get
Him and Davey
just
was
getting the rib,
kings of
huh? Getting
pranks.
the rib from
Oh,
Owen.
oh yeah. If you get a rib from Owen and Davey, man, you got a rib. But they go all out for their rib. I mean, all
That's
out.
great.
Just like when I first got there, my very first match, it's a dark match, and I'm wrestling this kid. We're having a good ass match, getting off, man. And all of a sudden, my theme music comes on halfway during the match. So I'm like, well, maybe they're telling me to take it home, you know, early. So me and the kid, we took it home. And I get to the back, and Mike Rotonda's back there. I mean, red as fire. He's like, who cut that music on? Who
Huh?
cut that music? And as soon as you say it, you see Davey and Owen walking out the music room. So Mike Rotonda called them both of them. He's like, which one of y'all? Somebody laughed at the asked you to dance on this. Which one of y'all cut that music on? And Owen said, Davey did it. And Davey said, no, Owen, you did it. So they know they found which one of them did it. But I think they got punished for it, though.
So
That is
so
that is
just going off of that, knows the news is that Kurt Hennig was a very big prankster. Did he ever do that to you? Did he ever rip you,
No,
or it was just Owen and Davey?
he never ripped me. Because the guys from my style, you know how much intensity I used to wrestle with, and how much, my intensity goes up. And my style, I believe some of the boys believed I was really that mean.
Mm.
And it wasn't, at least I was quiet. But they thought I was really that mean. And because I didn't go out with some of them, when they went out doing their little party and thing, and what they was partying with wasn't for me. So I turned a lot of them
Right.
down for going out to parties and stuff, and a lot of them took offense to that, saying, "Oh, well, he's a diva. He thinks he's better," and this, that, and the other. When that wasn't the case at all. It's just that if you're going to a party and I don't like what's going to be at your party, I'm not going.
Mhm.
And that's just it. I mean, it was just boys starting rumors and how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few questions in the comments. One was about Bret Hart. I mean, not Owen Hart. Um, there you go, Dustin Richard. I'd love a Owen story. What was it? Was it like working with that beauty, Owen Hart?
It was what now?
You kind of already answered it, but if you were, I'd love a Owen story. What was it like working with Owen Hart?
Owen was good to work with, man. He was good to work with. You got to be careful though, because when he gets in the ring, if he likes you, he'll start making jokes and doing
No,
crazy things in the ring, and you have to go with it and laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a good dude, man.
let's see. Got another one. Do you remember any backstage fights?
Just when Brett hit Vince when
Hmm.
he got Calgary Stampede when they screwed him over.
Yeah.
Brett, yeah, Brett hitting Vince. That's the only fight I can remember having back there. But if you let D'Lo tell it, D'Lo claims he beat me up or something in the locker room. Number one, if D'Lo beat me in the locker room, the whole federation would know about it. Every dirt sheet, every iPod person, they would have known that D'Lo beat me up. So I don't know where he got this from. That's a second rumor that's
Hmm.
going around. It's not true.
Justin. Sounds like Justin's not a Cowboys fan. Boo, Cowboys.
My
Uh,
grandfather was a Dallas Cowboy fan.
did you ever work with Hannibal?
No, I never worked in Hannibal.
Uh, Here we got another one, Michael. Ahmed Johnson, what is your favorite wrestling to work with, and what made you want to? Not really understand. Who's your favorite wrestler to work with in the wrestling business? I guess that's what he means.
Who's my favorite wrestler to wrestle?
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I think that's what he's meaning.
I would
Yeah.
say my favorite was Vader, man, because he was laying him in there and he didn't mind taking it. So I think I have to say Vader.
That's a good answer.
I know you said you were Mid South, Josh Barnett. What do you think of Jerry Lawler?
I thought Jerry was okay, man. I mean, I never, said anything bad off the way to him, and he's one who gave me that, 'Quote, in the NWA title. Well, I beat him in Memphis. I beat him. I stunned him like 10 times in a row, and I won the title in Memphis, the heavyweight title from Jerry Lawler.
Barbecue. Yeah, I was talking. Ahmed Johnson, do you still wrestle, and what would be your dream match to wrestle that you haven't got to wrestle yet?
No, I don't still wrestle. I'm too old for that now, man. But if I had to wrestle somebody right now, I think it would be a good match and a good draw because our intensity is about the same, and he got some intensity too. I would say Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh man, that would be a great match.
Yeah, me and Brock Lesnar, or even me and what's the dude's name? Bobby Lashley.
Ah,
Right now,
that'd be good.
I think me and Brock will put on a show.
I believe that.
Uh, Anyone else want to go?
No, actually, I'm pretty well. Actually, I got another question. Any thoughts on Bruce Pritchard? Your experience with him?
Not really. I mean, Bruce. Well, speaking with Bruce was when Bruce come and tell us to do something. Because he was really high up there with Vince. But I've never had anything bad with Bruce. No.
Oh, all right.
I guess I could ask. When you got into the wrestling business, was there any veterans in the wrestling business you pretty much just looked up to, and if there's advice you needed, you would ask them?
I don't know if you guys remember. This is back in the days in Mid South. I used to look up to Mad Dog Bud Sawyer
Oh yeah,
and Nikita Koloff.
yep.
People.
Nikita Koloff. Those are two I look
Yep.
up to when it comes to wrestling. And
Yeah,
anybody
there's a lot.
today that when I got in there, when I first got there, man, I showed up at the arena and I was doing the dark match because I wasn't part of WWF yet. So they do a dark match first to see how the crowd responds to you. So I come out and the crowd was just screaming, man, and yelling on their feet. But when I first got there, not one guy spoke to me, said hi, I miss you to the WWF or nothing, man. They just looked at me, especially after my match. So we had the dark match, and during the dark match, we tore the house down. And now they got to follow this. You up next, I feel sorry for you. But they had to follow this. And I think there was a lot of jealousy from the boys about me because I hadn't even been there a year and I was up for the title shot already. When you got people like Ron Simmons and Common, D-Lo, they've been there for 10 or more years and didn't get a shot. So that started instant jealousy with me and the Nation Domination in the locker room. I mean, it was just instant jealousy. And but some of the guys were pretty cool, man.
Wow.
Here's one more comment. Brenda, Alman, do you ever go to any wrestling conventions so we can meet you?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of them lately, man. Where's this person at?
I believe Tennessee.
I don't know if I have anything that coming up in Tennessee yet, but I played my college ball in Tennessee, so I know a little bit about Tennessee.
I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, about 45
Are you?
minutes west of Nashville. Yeah. So
I know you've spoken a lot about the Mid South. Actually, trying to be a wrestler, and I'm a wrestling referee. I don't know if you know who Johnny Dotson is, or Derek King, or
I've heard Derek King before.
King Cobra. There's, I know a lot of wrestlers. People wouldn't think I would know, just by watching wrestling a lot of years. If someone's trying to get into the business, referee, wrestler, what's some advice that you would give them?
First of all, find a good school. They're going to be expensive, but find a good school to go to. And work on your athleticism big time. I mean, sometimes everybody can't impress them with their looks. Some people have to be just outstanding athletes. So, I mean, hit the weight room, do a little, agility drills, get yourself more athletically inclined, and give it a shot, brother. They have open tryouts, so give it a shot.
Let me see. Oh, geez, I got this question, but I forgot already.
There's one right here. Do you watch AEW?
No, not really. I've watched it a few times, but not really.
Let me,
What was that?
let me see. I don't know. Let me see. My final question is: besides wrestling, have you ever acted like acting on the TV role or big screen? Because rumor has it you were on Walker Texas Ranger. Is that true?
Right. And I just got done with MC Hammer's. If you can watch it on YouTube, MC Hammer's Too Legit. I play Suge Knight. They
Yeah.
got me playing
Yeah.
the role of Suge Knight. So yeah, it's called Too Legit, and you can see it on YouTube now, I believe.
Impressive.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done a few movies, man. That Witness to Execution, Point Man. Um, and I've got the other one. I've done like 5 or 6 movies already.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, when Chuck Norris kicked me, man, he must have slipped something because he kicked me for real. In my stomach, man. I hit the wall behind me, put a little hole in the wall, but man, that kick was stiff.
Is it true
Yeah.
that behind his beard there's another fist?
No.
Another what?
Another fist?
I don't know.
Those Chuck Norris jokes never get old.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, Chuck. He was a good dude, man. We was when I got there, he found out my name was Norris too. So he asked me, hey man, play a joke with me. I'm gonna tell people you're my long lost son. And you just play along. So we were walking through the dressing room and everything. He said, hey, I want everybody to meet my son. Tony Norris. And they were like, no. He said, give me your driver's license. Show him your driver's license. And it said Tony Norris, so someone started to believe it. But Chuck Norris was a good ribber too, man. He pulled some good ribs.
Wow.
Anyone else?
Nah, I got all my questions out.
Well, we
Something
thank
I
you.
did and nobody talks about was my time in the military.
Well,
Actually, I was
I
going
heard
to ask
about
that, but I didn't want to touch that. I didn't know if you
thought-
want to
yeah,
talk
we
about
figured that was a
it.
sensitive subject.
I'm all cool. Whatever you want to ask me. I'm open book.
All right. Well, you
Well-
joined the military and you were discharged for putting hands on the captain. Now, what happened
Right.
with all that?
I went to Stockade. They locked my butt in Stockade, which was the best thing can happen to you because they treat you like gold in there. But I had to go to Stockade for 3 or 4 different charges, stemming from that one event. And huh?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
And just that's all it was. Dog was him giving me an order that I didn't agree with, and then he started cussing like he was a badass. So I just showed him who the real badass was.
All right.
And I was going to ask, what was the highest ranking you got in military?
Sergeant.
Okay,
They wanted me to be they wanted me to be a drill sergeant, but I just didn't want to do it, man. I was scared people enough. I didn't have to put on a drill sergeant uniform to do it.
I guess I'll go with the final question. If you could have one more match, I believe someone already asked this, but if you could come back for one match, who'd you like to go against? It could be against anybody.
If I can come up with one match, I would say I'd like to see what happened between me and Shawn Michaels and that belt that he tried to keep away from me.
Yeah, the world champion.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I read
Yeah,
somewhere.
he even went as far from what I heard. Now I didn't hear this myself. Somebody came and told me that he went as far as to tell Vince that America wasn't ready for a black champion.
Damn.
You see that?
Yeah, that
That America wasn't ready for a black champion. But Vince didn't
Ain't that
listen
a
to him.
bitch?
Yeah, Vince
Yeah.
didn't listen to him though.
that seems. Of course, I wasn't around back then. That seems like the Golden Boy, Shawn Michaels was.
Oh, he was, man. He was Vince's gleam in his eye.
Or as some people call him, the leader of the new generation back in '96.
Yeah. He was just a big bullshitter, man. He really was.
I believe it.
Well, yeah, we thank you for being on. It was a pleasure to have you on here. As I think Mr. Jacobs said, or Adam, that you're one of the biggest things that we've had on here. We've had Sabu and a few others, but from the old school days, you're one of the biggest things we've had on here. And we thank you for taking the time to come on here and let us talk about wrestling with you.
Okay. Well, you guys got need some numbers, man. There's some numbers I can give you. I'll call them after I give them to you first. So I can give you like Sabio Vega, Coco Beware, Tito Santana, some more people you have on the show if you want to.
Yeah,
Great.
we're open
That'd be
to,
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we're open to having anyone on here in the wrestling world. So yeah, we would definitely appreciate that.
All right,
Is
well,
there is
go
there
ahead.
any where can everyone follow you? Do you have any social media people can follow you on, or
I just started Instagram, man. So they can reach me on the Instagram. I just started it.
Oh, I'll put that in the description for everyone can check out here shortly for the audience can see. Yeah, yeah, we'd love to have Coco Beware
Okay,
as
yeah.
well.
Just when we get off, give me your number and I'll call and let you know. Expecting a call from you.
All right, man. Thank you.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thank you for coming on and taking the time out of your night now.
That's okay.
On.
That was my fault for being late.
No, you're fine, man. We've had
you're
Good,
good.
man. You're good.
we've had far worse with
Yeah.
people who are
Yeah.
supposed to be credible. Just Incredible. I don't know if you know who that is.
Just Incredible. I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's not someone I would recommend doing business with. Just put it that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you actually showed up. So
Oh yes, sir.
yeah, yeah,
I try to keep my word.
yeah. A lot of our conversations, you were straightforward, kept everything as you said. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Okay. I got one more question to answer that people always ask me when they know about my military career, because I graduated most distinguished undergraduate. That's number one in the military, over 2,000 soldiers. I graduated number one. But they always ask me what was more special to me. And I would say the Intercontinental and being the first undergraduate was about the same. It was about the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for service as well, too. So
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
We really appreciate it, man. We appreciate you being here and just, letting us pick your brain, man. We really appreciate it.
Hey, brother, anytime. I'll be back, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch. To have you back on again.
Definitely.
See you
I'll
later,
definitely come back.
Mr. Ahmed Johnson.
Thank you, brother.
thank you, Mr. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you take care, brother.
All right. Y'all take it easy. Hey, send me your number so I can send it to Sabio Vega and them. And Coco
Oh,
Beware.
Yeah, Connor, that's on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, brother. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you,
Take
Mr.
care.
Johnson.
Bye-bye.